my first book signing that I will have in over a year. So the last book signing I had was a wine festival in New York, and that was in February of 2020. And as you can imagine, every event since then has been canceled. Some of them indefinitely. But tomorrow is a vendor fair at a campground, and it was free to sign up, so I signed up and they picked me, so I'm gonna do it. And the event is outside, so I have a tent that is going to keep me dry because it's possible that it could rain. But basically, this vlog is I'm gonna show you a little bit behind the scenes of the event. We will see how the event goes. And also, there's actually going to be 2 events in this vlog. So, I anticipate tomorrow's book signing to be not great because of rain. But I do have another vendor fair that's also outside at the end of this month as well. So I figured I'll compile it into one vlog. And it's the day before of the first vendor fair, and I'm just gonna gather all my stuff to get ready, which I haven't done in a very long time. And it's been so long that I now have this thing called the book launch planner and then stickers. And normally I would bring, or I shouldn't even say normally, ideally, I would bring the stickers to the vendor fair and try to sell the stickers at the vendor fair, but truthfully, my stock is very low, and I don't know if I'll have time to print and cut more stickers today, but we will see. But for now, I'm going to move forward assuming I'm just bringing my books. So I'm going to gather all my books. I'm also going to look at my cash box to make sure that I have change, because I kind of forgot about that. So yeah, and you basically just gather all the supplies that I literally have not touched in over a year. As a side note, because I'm sure the questions will arise, I'm not here to talk about safety guidelines. Just know that I'm following the safety guidelines of my state, which is Connecticut. So I'm just following whatever the guidelines are for right now. So if you do a vendor fair or a book signing or whatever you decide to do, just follow whatever your state guidelines are. And yeah, so not here to answer any questions about that. All right, I literally have not opened this in a year. Ooh. Oh good, there's money inside. That's always good. So we've got plenty of change, obviously. And then we also have the little square adapter that attaches to my phone. All right, let's talk book stock. And also, I'm in the middle of renovating this basement as I record this. If this video is out now, it actually means that the basement renovation video has already been up. It's been posted. So there are 2 videos for the basement renovations. If you want to watch them, they'll be linked down below. But right now, it's not done yet, so it looks a little messier. So as far as books go, right now I have 2 entire boxes of I Am Mercy and then another box of Essence. And then I also just have whatever is on this shelf here. Now, in the past for events, I would bring an entire box of each book. So I'd have a giant box for Essence, a giant box for I Am Mercy, and a giant box for She's Not Here. And then usually one smaller box full of hardcover editions and my children, actually no. This will be the first time I will have an event with my children's books, and I don't even have much for stock. This is all I have in stock for my children's books, so I should probably order more. But anywho, so normally I would come to a book signing with 4 very large, very heavy boxes, and I have like a dolly system that I use to carry it all. Now, those events would sometimes be like 3-day events, like a Comic-Con is usually 3 or 4 days, and I expect to sell a lot more at Comic-Cons, but this is a vendor fair that's going to be outside when it's raining. So I'm gonna bring 1 box, and so I just need to rearrange stuff. I only have 10 copies of She's Not Here on my shelf, so I'm just gonna bring that, and then a few hardcover editions, all of my children's books, and I think, assuming the signing goes well, I'm probably gonna have to order more copies of Mr. Moon's Big Move so I can have them in stock for the second book signing. All right, let's take a tour through all of this stuff. So this is my table. I believe it's an 8-foot table. And then this right here is shelf inserts and Moon. Hi, buddy. What's up, buddy? Okay. So this is shelf inserts for a foldable, collapsible shelf. So here's the shelf right here. It just folds out like so. And then the shelves just go on. It has 4 shelves, and that's how I like to display my books now. So basically what happens is I put the table out, and then I put the shelf in front of the table, and then the part of the table that's not covered goes to this tabletop shelf that my husband built. And basically shelves slide in right into those slots there. You may remember that my husband made these for BookCon, and I have 2 sets of them, and right now I'm only using 1 set, but who knows, I'll maybe need the other set someday soon. And then this is my little trolley. It folds out a lot, and it can hold everything all at once. It's amazing. This is my bag of little stuff. So we've got business cards, a tablecloth, these little things that say what genre the books are that I put on the shelves, and I'm sure a few other things. This is where my cash box is gonna go when I leave. And lastly, we have this adorable little easel that I like to usually write something cute on. So as you can see, the last signing was a wine festival, so it says, need some books with that wine. And then the other side says, put a book under the Christmas tree, because before that was a Christmas book signing. So right now, I'm just gonna gather everything and put it into like a distinct pile. My husband has my car, which is the car that I prefer to use when I do book signings, just because it's better on gas. So when he gets home from work, I'll load up everything into the car, but for now I'm just going to put it into a pile. And then if I have time, I will print stickers, but I don't even know how I would display stickers, because this is the first time that I've had stickers that I could bring to a signing. I have no clue what I'm doing. Alright, it is the next day. We are all loaded up, and I even printed stickers last night, so I'm ready, and Yue is ready. Yue will not be coming with us, but she looks awfully cute, am I right? Okay, so it's a couple days later. I forgot to close out the vlog, or let's face it, I was really tired by the end of that signing because there was a food truck there, and I was very excited about the food truck, but I couldn't leave my space because I had no one to watch my booth, and I would have to wait in line at the food truck. And so basically it meant I was very hungry and very hangry by the end of the signing. But let's wrap it up. So we're gonna talk numbers. I've got my Square app open in front of me with a full report on everything. I record everything on the Square app, including cash, because I just like to look at all the data. I really am a data person, so I'm like, screw it, I'll pay sales tax. So First things first, how much money did I make? So I believe the signing was about 4 hours, so not super long, and I made $202, which may not sound like a lot, but 1, the event was free, 2, the event was short, and 3, I didn't have to drive far to get there, because sometimes I drive like over an hour for some book signings, and this one, that wasn't the case. So in case you're curious for a full breakdown, I sold 4 copies of I Am Mercy, 5 copies of Mr. Moon's Big Move. I actually sold out. I stupidly did not restock copies of Mr. Moon's Big Move, which I'm kicking myself for, because literally the whole reason why I made that children's book was to sell it at book signings, and then when a book signing came, I didn't have enough stock. So a little sad about that, but it was a big hit. Obviously, it was in a campground, so there was a bunch of kids. And then we have Essence. I sold 2 copies of Essence. I sold 1 copy of the book launch planner, which is always like a mystery to me whether or not I'll sell nonfiction for authors sort of books. And then I sold another copy of How Your Book Sells Itself, and then 2 copies of She's Not Here. So I sold a total of 15 books in about 4 hours for an event that was free. Now, free events don't happen often. That's actually the first time I've encountered a free event, and it was relatively easy to set up, relatively easy to dismantle. Like I said, it was close by. And then best of all, at the end of it, or towards the end of it, one of the workers there came up to me and was like, "Oh, how'd you do today?" You know, they just wanted to make sure all the vendors were happy with their experience. And she was like, "Oh, we're doing another event in September if you're interested." To which I say, "Yes, of course I am interested. I will do any free event." And then it also didn't rain. It was supposed to rain, but it held up, and it actually started to sprinkle as I was driving away. So, good timing. Otherwise, I do have another event this month that will be a part of this vlog, so stay tuned. That event I think will be slightly bigger. I don't know. I did have to pay a $25 fee to sign up, so we'll see what happens. It is another book signing day. Today's my second vendor fair of the season, I guess we should say. And this is the vendor fair that I had higher hopes for because it's much bigger. Unfortunately, it's raining. So last time it was supposed to rain and the rain held off until I left. This time it was not supposed to rain until like a few days before the event. All of a sudden, like, thunderstorms showed up on the forecast. Today, right now it's just drizzling. I'm kind of hoping it stays that way. The event is only 4 hours. It's from noon to 4 p.m. So fingers crossed that in that 4-hour period the rain isn't too bad. It is an outdoor event, but it's under a pavilion. Originally, everyone was going to be, I think, some under the pavilion, some scattered throughout, but they were able to rearrange the, like, map so that all the vendors could fit either under the pavilion or inside a building right next to the pavilion. So, hopefully things go well. So we'll see how this goes. I feel like it could go either way. It could either go really well or it could be quiet for 4 hours straight. But I do know there's like 60 vendors, so at least the vendors will shop amongst themselves. My mom is coming with me to help with this event, to like watch my booth when I want to walk around or go to the bathroom, because I always end up regretting that. I try to do events by myself, but it's a pain to set up by myself, and it's also just a pain like to figure out the food situation, to go to the bathroom. I always have to carry my cash box with me everywhere, and it's annoying. So my mom is here to help, so you might see her on film. I don't know. Hello everyone, it is a couple days later and I just wanted to wrap up the vlog and let you know how the signing went. I also have Yue here with me. You probably won't be able to see her later on, but I wanted to let you know that she was here. So, how did the signing go? I've got my Square app pulled up with the sales report for the day. So as a reminder, this was a 4-hour event. I paid $25 to get in, and it rained all day. Luckily, the event was moved inside, so it was still warm because I will say half the vendors were under a pavilion that was outside, and the other half, me, were inside the building, which was heated and it was nice. So I was very thankful I was inside. But with that said, I will preface this by saying I went in with the mindset that I wasn't gonna sell a lot of books, and I find book signings are half about going in thinking you're gonna kill it. Basically, I've noticed that if I go and walk into the day being like, I'm gonna sell a ton of books, I sell a ton of books. If I go into the day being like, I'm probably not gonna sell a lot of books, I don't sell a lot of books. Is that like me mentally controlling the day, or do I just kind of get the vibe of how sales will go? I don't know, but I do feel like I maybe probably could have tried harder, but there were so many good vendors there that I may have gotten distracted. So I'm also gonna show you guys what I bought, because I bought a lot of stuff, and links to all the shops will be down below because support small businesses. So let's break down the sales. According to the Square app, I made $55 total. And like I said, probably could have done better, but I only paid $25 for my booth. So not only did I break even, I made a little bit of a profit. I only made 3 sales, so like I only had 3 customers, but it was weird. I just didn't have a lot of people stopping by my booth, but I feel like I'm still kind of getting used to doing signings again. When you do signings, you kind of like, when people look in your direction, you say hi, and I'm really bad at doing that. I'm kind of back into square one, and I have to remember like how to pitch my books again and how to grab people to my booth again. Because I will say, out of the people that did stop at my booth and I talked to them about my books, I sold a book to almost every single one of those people. I sold 2 copies of She's Not Here, 1 copy of Essence, and 1 copy of I Am Mercy. I have to say I'm kind of shocked I didn't sell any children's books, but I also like just didn't see kids at that event. So I do think if it didn't rain, the event would have gone a lot better. And I do think like it was just a matter of like when we were inside, it was much more cramped than it would have been if we were outside. And I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like when customers have more walking space, they feel the need to browse slower. But when everyone's cramped in, you know, only one person can look at a booth at a time. So if there's already one person looking at something, they're gonna just skip that booth and go to the next one, if that makes sense. I wasn't sad about the event. Me and my mom hung out, we did some shopping, and we had a good time, and that's all that matters. I will say the people that organized this event, it was the first of this event that they've ever organized, and they did such an amazing job. They provided us with lunches that we had to pay for, but they made it so local businesses delivered our food, and they had music, and they had a map, they had a contingency plan for the rain, which they had to use, but they were just super, super organized. There was a raffle, there was so much going on, and I would say for a rainy holiday weekend, a decent amount of people showed up, and I do know that the people that showed up were like, oh, I had other plans for today, but because it rained, I couldn't do it, so I'm here instead. So it was like, it was a catch-22, like, could it have gone better? Yes, but it's also like people showed up because it was raining, so yeah, at the end of the day, didn't sell a lot, but bought a lot, so let me show you what I bought. First up, I have this gnome. Oh, UA likes him. Okay, this is gonna be an issue. So, you guys may not know this, but I decorate my house with gnomes. I have different gnomes for every season, and I did not have a spring gnome, so meet my spring gnome. He's purple, I love him. He's got little feet, and his hands are magnets, so you can have him hold things, and I just think he's adorable. The next shop made little crochet trinkets, and I told myself I was only gonna buy 1, so I picked out this little bee because I thought it was adorable. However, my mom knew how obsessed I was with all of these because there was not 1 but 2 shops that sold little crocheted critters like this. and she basically did some shopping for me. So when my mother was left to her own devices, she went and bought a little cannoli, adorable, which now the gnome proudly holds, and it looks so cute. And then she bought a banana, also adorable. We have the cutest, most colorful little dinosaur. He looks perfect on my bookshelf, might I add. And then we have this egg, and I don't know why this egg is cute, but it's like the most underrated little one. I think he's adorable and just so freaking cute, and now he sits at my desk while I work. And lastly, at this shop, if you bought a certain amount of items, you got a free ice cream keychain, so I now have a free ice cream keychain. And of course the fun doesn't end there, because I love cute and small things. I also have this donut keychain, which is like purple, pink, and blue, all of my like favorite color combos, and it now hangs in my office. And last but not least, this adorable little cute crochet succulent cactus. And I got this because there's a shelf in the basement where I want to decorate it, but that's a shelf that Moon hangs out on. He loves to hang out in the basement and sit on the half wall and just chill out there, but because he like sits on the half wall shelf, he will constantly knock things down, and so I never want to put anything there that could break. So I have this little cactus, and the cactus won't break, and the pot can break if Moon knocks it down, but if the pot breaks, it's not the end of the world. There's also no dirt that would make a mess. So if Moon does knock it down, I just have to replace the pot rather than the plant and the dirt. So very cute. So yeah, like I said, all the shops will be listed down below. Hopefully I have more signings in the future, some decently large events. So if you want me to vlog them, be sure to let me know. I'm incredibly awkward when it comes to vlogging at events, which is why you didn't see a lot of footage of me at the events. I just feel weird about filming people who don't know they're on camera, so I try my best just to film myself, but I also want to get the whole vibe of the event, and it just leaves me basically not filming anything. But if you are interested in seeing like the behind the scenes of setting up for an event and how the event goes and sales reports of the events, be sure to let me know, and I will share it in future videos. Otherwise, that is it for today's video. Thank you all for watching. Be sure to comment down below, give it a thumbs up, and subscribe.